Hey there, crypto miners. Welcome back to the channel. Tesla Warrior here. Today I'll be doing a quick guide on the tools in Alien Worlds, basically how they work, what ones you should go for, and a few helpful tools to help optimize your income. Like, for example, this spreadsheet. It looks like a little much, but it basically breaks down every tool and what they can all do. So there's three really important spreadsheets. I'll leave links in the description. The first is this one, which lays out all the tools beside each other, which can help you select the tools you want to use and aim for. The second is here, shows you all the different land types, so you can help pick what type of land you want to mine on, whether you want to go for mountains or coastlines, mainly depending on time, whether you're going for NFTs or TLM, or also time. So if you want like a bigger time interval, like say you're busy throughout the day, you can use tools with more time, land with more time, like mountains, so you don't have to hit mine every couple minutes. Whereas there's the opposite. If you're able to hit mine all the time, it could be more efficient, because if you get a bad mine, it doesn't really set you back. If you can sit there with, certain quick mining tools that might have a lower TLM percentage, but you can mine more often. So that's one of the big things to decide, is whether you want to go for maximizing efficiency by mining every few minutes with a tool with a quick mine time, or you want that larger time period. But this is the second important spreadsheet, and the third, of course, is the mining pools, which will tell you what planet you want to mine on and when exactly to hit mine. You can see Neri there, it's 0.0, so you definitely wouldn't want to click mine on Neri right at that instant, or you'd get nothing. And these are always changing. Like right now they're really low, so you might want to just wait, 30 seconds, a minute or two before you hit mine. If you were mining right now, you can see Neri's really bad. So if I was on Neri, I'd probably switch to, oh, and there it goes back up. So it's best to wait and watch for a minute to see what it's doing, because it does fluctuate a lot. And then you can decide if you want to switch planets and pick your planet from here, and also decide when exactly to hit mine. And then obviously the tool list here to pick your tools, and the land list here to pick what type of land you want to go for. There are three really good tools to optimize your income. But let's get back to the actual tools themselves and how they function and what tools you should be aiming for. Sorry here. So with the new update, you can see everything kind of laid out here. Like you can see right there, 39.6% mining power. So I'm using 3 power saws. I'd highly recommend aiming for power saws. They're a pretty good tool. You can see they have the bottom left number there is your mining power. The bottom middle is your proof of work. The bottom right NFT multiplier, and the lightning bolt in the middle is your time. So it's the two largest tools with the most time. So this would be 360 times 2. So 720 seconds, which would then multiply by the land multiplier. Same with the mining power. So each tool is 6%. Be 6% of the max mineable. So with these 3 tools, I have 18% mining power with my tools. And if I was to go to switch land, you can see different land types. For example, on a grassland, it's 0.9, so it would actually lessen my mining power, but it's only a 1 multiplier, so I wouldn't be adding time. But then if you go something like ice mountains, it doubles your time, but it has a 1.9 multiplier. Right, and then of course the number at the top there is the commission. So the owner obviously gets a portion. But that's how basically the multiplier and the tool stats work. Now what tools you should be aiming for, obviously everybody starts off with just a shovel with the 1% mining power. And the first thing you want to do is get a second shovel and then a third shovel. And of course, be staking some to CPU. So if you Google Wax All Core, you should see the Wax All Core exchange. And when you mine with TLM, you can come here and swap it to Wax. So, if you're mining with 1 shovel, you'll be mining about 1/3 of a cent of TLM per mine, and probably mine about every 3 minutes, which, give or take every 10 minutes, you'll be getting about 1 wax cent. So that's 5 or 6 wax cent or TLM cents per hour, give or take. So, you know, a couple hours you could easily get, you know, let's just say 0.2 TLM, and you could convert that to 1.2 wax or 0.12 wax here, and then go into the store and buy yourself a second shovel. And then repeat that for a third shovel, and then with 3 shovels, you'll be at 3% times your land multiplier. Say if you're on mountains, that's 2.2. You'd be mining 6.6% of the max mineable, which is pretty good for just, you know, a few cents worth of shovels. And also, as you keep going along, make sure to keep staking CPU. I don't want to turn my phone straight up, but at the top right here, there's resources. You can stake CPU. Doesn't work well with the phone in landscape mode, but I don't want to go portrait mode. It'll make the video all small. But yeah, so basically, obviously everyone starts with shovels, and then you got to pick whether you want something for really quick mining for optimal efficiency. Like a shovel's really efficient, but you have to sit there hitting mine every 2 minutes. For a lot of people, that's not really practical. You know, some places, if you're doing this, you know, as your full-time job, you got a few different crypto games, you want to sit there for 12 hours and maximize your efficiency. You don't mind clicking mine every few hours. But some people, you know, if you're at work, you know, you can't just be sitting there on your phone all the time. So if you have something with a bigger time, you know, you can mine before work, you can mine on your break, at lunch, and you're not missing out on mining if you have a larger time period, like say explosives. A large explosives is 3,600 seconds or whatever. So that, right, that's freaking like an hour. You have 2 of them. If you have 3 tools, that'd be, you know, several hours with the land multiplier. But basically what you should be aiming for, obviously, is the 3 shovels, and I would recommend skipping the standard capacitor and going straight for the drill. Just because the standard capacitor doesn't really give you much of an improvement. It's just a few seconds less. It's still 1% mining power, and it's just a few 5 seconds less than the standard shovel. So it's not really worth, you know, the 0.7 wax that you'll spend on each one. You're better just putting those towards a drill, which last I checked they're around like 10 wax, give or oh, that can't be right. Here, let me just click on them, see the value, scroll down. Yeah, suggested price is 12 wax. So yeah, they're going for about, you know, 10 to 15 wax a shovel, and the standard shovel has a 2% mining power. So if you, or drill, sorry. So when you upgrade from shovels to drills, you'll double your mining power. You don't have to do it all at once. Like once you have 3 shovels, just save up until you get enough to have 1 drill. And then with a drill and 2 shovels, you'll have 4% mining power. Plus the land multiplier. So if you're on mountains, that would be like, you know, 8.8%. Once you get 3 drills, you're at 6%. And then with the land multiplier, you'd be at like, you know, 12 or 13%. Right? So the standard drill is really the next milestone you should be aiming for after the 3 shovels. But then a lot of it after that comes to preference. So either you go for something like the exo gloves, which allow you to mine very, very quickly, or a basic trillium detector with a low charge time. But you see a trillium detector still only, where is it? Oh no, sorry, exo gloves I meant is still 1% TLM power, but they have half the mining time of the shovels. Personally, I would recommend going for something with a little more time period, either basic explosives or the power saw. Like for me, I went from 3 shovels to 3 drills to 3 power saws. Obviously not all at once. Like I had 3 shovels and then 1 drill and 2 shovels, 2 drill and 1 shovels, and eventually 3 drills. And then I replaced a drill with power saw, and then slowly replaced all 3 of them with power saws. But I would very highly recommend going for the power saws. And then after that, you know, it depends how high your budget is, obviously. But after the power saws, perhaps you might want to look at explosives, or the large explosives. I forget how much they cost. Let's see quickly. If you're wondering why I'm on auction and not sales, it was just taking a while to load on sales. So yeah, large explosives, 30% each one. So you get 3 of those. That's 90% max mineable. Then you have a multiplier, like say a mountain, 2.2. You're at like 180% of the max mineable. Let's see what they're priced at. Suggested price 215 wax. So yeah, they're going for about $100 US, give or take. 250 wax. So yeah, 150 bucks US. They're fairly expensive. So yeah, just to reiterate, I would recommend going from 3 shovels to 3 standard drills to 3 power saws to 3 large explosives. And then after that, it really comes down to budget, because the ones after that get quite expensive. So to get them from mining alone would really take quite a while. But if you did want to increase and maximize your income, you could put the investment and say buy a really expensive tool. But you know, to get like a lucky drill or a quantum drill, they're like $1,000. To mine that much is going to take you quite a good bit of time. But the lucky drill is probably where you would want to aim for the end. Or, you know, if you weren't able to mine that often because it has a low charge time, very low charge time, 160 seconds, the quantum drill would be the alternative with a high charge time, right? 4,500 seconds, and you have 40% TLM. But you see, it's not very efficient. Like the quantum drill, it shows that it's only being 28% TLM efficient, where the lucky drill is 100%. That's because of that time period, right? You get one bad mine and you're kind of hooped for a good portion of your income for the day. So you are kind of better with lower time period, because you can sort of spread out. If you get a bad mine, it doesn't affect you so much, right? But that's one of the big things to pick, is whether you basically want to be mining every few seconds, or you want like something you can kind of sit back, like a explosives or a quantum drill, and just mine every few hours. But I hope this helped you guys. I'll leave these links in the description for the spreadsheet here with all the tools, the spreadsheet with the land stats, and of course the mining pools. And I think that's a good wrap for today. Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you liked what you've seen and you want to see more of the content in the future. I'll be making videos on the expansion game that's coming up, so make sure you subscribe if you're interested in that. It's another great mining game on the Wax blockchain. So that's all for today. Thanks for stopping by, miners. Catch you next time.